Hi guys, Jago Think here. I wanted to do a freelance designer tip for today on playing the long game. A lot of the times which I found, which I've never really appreciated when I was working for, in the agency when I worked before, is that I'm just trying to pull out of a junction here. Was the fact that you had so many clients running at the same time, you never really got to appreciate the sort of time scale in which it takes people to make sort of key decisions in their business. So, for instance, I've had 2 meetings today. One this morning with a client, a new client or an old client that I've known for about 6 months now. They approached me about 6 months ago to help them develop a brand and a website for selling their sort of custom keepsakes, posters like birthday cards and sort of anniversary placards and that kind of thing. So now it's taken 6 months for them to finally get to the point where they're ready to push the button, with other things going on, like school holidays and kids and stuff. And these are sort of lone wolf people starting up from scratch and taking things slowly, and obviously small steps at the beginning, and it's important as a freelance designer is to nurture these young relationships, especially when their business idea is very young, or they're sort of the very early doors when they set up. So and now we're at a point now where we can actually start. We've got the information through, we can start working on the site, start developing the brand, start getting so that she can sell more. The other client was a photography client, very well-known photographer in the UK, and he's obviously fairly traditional, happy with his current website. It does the functions very well, it's high up on Google, but he appreciates that he needs to develop his brand, develop his website, develop his presence online, get more involved in social media and all the rest of it. So I was tasked, and we've been talking for, again, 6 months before anything really started happening. And you have to sacrifice a little bit of time in the beginning to nurture the relationships. Don't feel bad or don't feel pressure into converting the clients into paying customers, really, because you're only going to scare them away. The best thing to do is to nurture them and get them to sort of feel and come back to you when they're ready to do it. And that way you'll retain a really good client, you'll build a very good relationship, and they'll be with you forever, and you're their first point of call if they need help with anything, or anything goes wrong, or they're not sure about something. On the back of this photography one, he also, as a hobby, he likes to go around the world and take photographs of cars and architecture, basically. He takes photographs, and I'll put links for both the JoJo designs that I saw this morning, and Cloud9 photography, and Cars of the World, which, I mean, the sites are not there yet because I've yet to build them, but I'll put links in, and then down the line you'll be able to click and see the photographs, see the websites. So he wants a separate website for doing Cars of the World as a side business, and he's recently got onto Instagram, and he's put up his photographs from Cuba and Iceland and New York, and the UK as well, and he's planning a trip out to Japan very soon in the next few weeks. So he's getting a lot of interest from architecture students and architecture people within the architectural circles, liking the photographs on Instagram. It's not necessarily about the cars as much, but he's getting a double hitter. People that are liking the cars, the sort of extreme cars, especially if you know the sort of situation in Cuba, and sort of the models and the state of the country before, well, sort of after, during communism, and now that sort of it's all fallen. He wanted to get in there before all the billboards got up and all the McDonald's signs get thrown out everywhere, and you know, it gets ruined by sort of Western propaganda, money grabbing bastards, basically. So yeah, so a long way around is be prepared to play the long game. Always be kind, always be courteous, and always be the point person that they can contact, and you know, do whatever you can to help them, regardless of whether they're paying you or not. At the end of the day, those are the type of people you want in your life. You want to create some good clients, and this is certainly the best way I've found how to do it. So yeah, happy days. Subscribe if you want to, if you find it useful, and see the links in the description. Yeah, until next time, see you later, bye.